Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with the OtterBox Pursuit for iPhone X. This is OtterBox's newest, toughest case. The Pursuit line is supposed to be even tougher than the Defender line, although as you can see, this is a much slimmer case than the Defender and has quite a different look. This is a case that does have some issues. However, I think that it still offers a lot of value, and it's definitely something you should consider if you're looking for a tough case for your new iPhone X. Let's look at this case a little bit more in depth. Looking at the construction of the Pursuit, this is a combination of polycarbonate and a hard rubber, as well as, I believe, some nylon thrown in as well. So the rubber is on the sides as well as the polycarbonate. The polycarbonate on the back, at least with the solid colors, is a nice matte finished polycarbonate that is quite resistant to scratches as well as to fingerprints, which is nice. This is a two-piece case, so in order to get it on your phone, you need to take apart the two pieces and then reassemble it around your phone. There's two ways to do that. You have a coin slot down here at the bottom that you can put a quarter or a similarly sized coin in. You can also simply just pry the pieces apart. Both work. This is easier to do when your phone is not in the case, however. So looking at our disassembled pieces, you can see that we have bits of foam that are precisely positioned around the edges here. This is to keep out dirt and dust and such things so that your phone will stay nice and clean. This is particularly important here around your camera. Very nice to have that there. Looking at the top section of the case, it's important to note the position of the mute switch toggle. This is important when you're putting your phone in the case. When you insert your phone, you want to insert it so that your mute switch basically slides underneath this little bit of plastic. If it is above, then it's not going to be able to catch on it and therefore won't work. So inserting my phone in the case, I'm going to slide it in sideways in order to make sure that the mute switch gets positioned correctly. And then once everything is flat here, then I'm going to clip the sides on. Now, this is really important to do correctly. These are rather persnickety, and if you don't get them on right, then everything is not going to work. I think that the area over here next to the volume buttons and the mute switch is the trickiest area. That's why I'm going to try to get that on first. So basically snapping that into place, and then going around and snapping everything else on. Moment of truth, is my mute switch working right? Yes, it is. So there you go. Once installed, we have a really nice tight fit on the sides as well as the top and the bottom. There's absolutely no give anywhere. This is a very secure feeling case. We have quite a bit of lip here, which should protect your delicate iPhone's screen. That's very reassuring. However, this does not have any kind of a screen protector on here, either built in or included in the box. If you want to shell out the extra money for OtterBox's Alpha Glass screen protector, this is supposed to be compatible, although I have not personally tried it. I'm sure other case compatible screen protectors will also fit, although I doubt that any edge-to-edge screen protectors will due to the design of this case. Speaking of the case design, going down here to the bottom, we do have acoustic channeling here, which is going to pipe the music toward the front rather than down toward the bottom, which is nice. I have not found any audio issues with this case at all. Everything seems really good. This will also protect your speaker and microphone areas from dirt and dust and snow and all those kinds of things, although not from water. This is not a waterproof case. As far as your lightning port is concerned, it is protected behind this little door here. The opening itself is reasonably generous, however, it is quite deep, so do be aware of that. As far as this little rubber door here is concerned, I did read some comments online from people who said that it tended to fall off. I don't know what kind of use they were giving it, but OtterBox does stand behind its products, so I'm sure if there's an issue with that, then they will make things right. This is also the area down here where you're going to attach your lanyard if you want to do that, although of course that is optional. Going around to the sides, we have a combination of this rubber and polycarbonate. It gives a good amount of grip, although I really wouldn't consider this to be a grippy case. It's just a nice, secure feeling case in the hand. Looking at our buttons, they are a pretty firm press. You definitely have to put some effort into pressing them, so that's a little bit of a negative in my book. I would prefer if they were easier to press. Going to the mute switch, we've got a little wheel here, as you can see. So the mute switch wheel, you have to have everything set up and properly installed for this to work. If your phone is not properly installed in here, the mute switch wheel is not going to turn properly. So do make sure that you have everything in there right. I did come across a number of comments from people online saying that they'd had issues with this. However, it could be that they didn't have the phone installed in the case correctly, and that's why they were having the issues. As far as I'm concerned, everything works fine, although it's small and a little fiddly to operate. Going over here to the side button, again, it is pretty hard to press. It's definitely on the stiff side. Going to the back of the case, this is one of my favorite type of materials for a case. It's this matte polycarbonate, doesn't scratch easily, doesn't show fingerprints or smears or anything, and it has a nice non-slippery feel to it. We have some OtterBox branding here at the back, definitely noticeable, so they do want you to know whose case this is. So if you're not a fan of branding, then that might be a little bit of an issue, but personally I don't have a problem with it. Another thing which is going to help against any kind of scratching with this case is that we do have a bit of a rim that goes around here, so when you put the case flat, it's not going to touch this section of the back, rather it will rest on the rim, which is nice. The camera is well protected, no issues there. This camera also has protection against ingress of dirt and dust and stuff around the edges of the camera because we do have those foam seals inside, which I showed you before, so that is good. As far as wireless charging, this is compatible with wireless charging, no issues there, so everything is good. So basically, bottom line, in my experience with this case, as long as you can finally get it on your phone, it's fine. It's irritating to put on. It's irritating to take off. It has to be aligned just right. So it's not great for frequent case changers. However, once you get it on, if you're looking for a nice solid case to protect your phone, I think it does a good job. So overall, personally, I like this a lot better than the Defenders that I've tried. I haven't tried the Defender for iPhone X, so maybe they've really improved the Defender. When I've had Defenders on my phone before, they have not been my favorite cases. However, the Pursuit still allows you to really enjoy your phone. It's not that thick, not that heavy, and I think it really does have a nice feel to it. It's definitely a case that you should consider if you're looking for tough protection for your fragile iPhone X. Again, we've been looking at the OtterBox Pursuit for iPhone X. This case has an MSRP of $69.99. It's available directly from OtterBox.com as well as OtterBox Asia and a multitude of other retail sites, and it comes in a total of 4 colors. You have the black shown here, as well as a black with a clear back, a pink with blue, and a blue with tan. Many thanks to the kind folks at OtterBox Asia for sending me out this sample to review. If you have any questions about this case, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I will do my best to address them. And if you are interested in subscribing to my channel, please hit that subscribe button because I have lots more great case reviews for iPhone X yet to come. Again, this is Kristen and this is the OtterBox Pursuit for iPhone X. Have a fantastic day.